Breaking news, a group of Democratic congressmen and the mayor of Newark, New Jersey just broke into the ICE detention center in New Jersey. When have you ever seen your politician act like this for you? I mean, were they fighting like this for you struggling?
ICE brought to meet the mayor of Newark over 20 armed individuals. 20 armed individuals to confront the mayor of Newark.
But for some reason, when it comes to immigrants who broke the law, they are willing to throw the kitchen sink. Just keep that in mind for the midterms.
Guys, I thought we had hit the twilight zone a while back when people started flying to El Salvador trying to rescue illegal gang-banging, MS-13, wife-beating terrorists from El Salvador and bring them back into the United States, desperately wasting taxpayer dollars on it, by the way. As if that wasn't bad enough. Oh, and drinking margaritas with them. But if that wasn't bad enough, now you got a situation where you got people storming ICE facilities, woke Democrat politicians again, not just regular protesters. These are actual people that were elected somehow, some way, where people were convinced, bamboozled to elect fools, idiots, to storm facilities. Things that, as you see from this intro TikTok, this guy, everybody should recognize that. When have you ever seen Democrats fight this hard for their actual constituents? You know, the people who vote for them. You've never seen it. And they're trying to say they didn't do anything wrong. They're having all these stupid meltdowns.
ICE is out of control. ICE thinks it can intimidate all of us.
What we just witnessed was just disgusting. I am very upset, I am very angry, and I am very hurt.
They feel no weight of the law. They feel no restraint on what they should be doing. And that was shown in broad daylight today when they not just arrested the mayor of Newark, but when they put their hands on two members of Congress who are standing behind me.
But here's the truth, and I'm going to watch part of this video with you. So according to my understanding, these people are actually already past a security checkpoint that they should not even be at. So there's multiple security checkpoints. A lot of the time they even call it, I know in security, they call it like a man trap. So you go in one gate and then that one closes. And then there's another one and you go in that one. The goal is to have it basically just be multiple layers of security in terms of who gets in and who gets out. These people are already past a security checkpoint and then they go past another one. Live here in this video, let's take a look. What they're trying to do is push up against ICE to try to get through this gate. And then when ICE pushes back, then they try to say, oh, don't touch me, don't touch me. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's the oldest trick in the book, guys. Anybody's stupid. And you got women, a woman of color out there, also a member of ICE. Like, they love people of color, except when they're doing their damn job.
Get over her!
So the gate opens, and you guys probably can't see way up there, but the woke mayor that gets arrested, Mr. Raz Baraka, sound like a freaking Mortal Kombat character or something. This guy, he gets arrested. All they had to do was stay back, and this wouldn't have happened. So earlier, this guy tries to say that, oh, they showed up with like 20 armed people. Look how many different protesters they got. They came up deep. They didn't just show up by themselves. Give me a break. That's the stupid mayor getting arrested. And they're trying to say that this guy shouldn't have got arrested. Now, Alina Habba, you guys know she is the currently, well, she was Trump's former defense attorney. I forget in which case, because he had so much lawfare against him. I can't even remember which case she defended him for. but now she's the interim attorney general out there in New Jersey. So she says that this guy is absolutely being prosecuted. And I hope that it doesn't stop there. In my opinion, every single person needs to be prosecuted because these people need to have an example. And if more of them do it, more prosecution. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. You're doing that. You political opponent. I don't care what these people have to say and what stupid excuses they're going to try to levy to try to pressure the Trump campaign and Homeland Security and DOJ not to prosecute these people. It's the only way they'll stop. Once they see all them other people looking sad behind bars, they got that little dead face. Like, yeah, then they're going to feel real stupid and they're going to start thinking twice about all of this ridiculous moral grandstanding.
Well, I can confirm, as I have publicly stated, that we have put the mayor, Ras Baraka, under arrest. You know, it's very simple, Martha. As I've said in the state of New Jersey, as Pam Bondi has said in the United States, we will not stand for anybody getting in the way of getting rid of criminals in this country. It's very simple. Unfortunately, the mayor has publicly for 3 days been saying that he's going to break in, eventually did break in, was given multiple opportunities to remove himself, failed to do so, and has been detained and will be charged.
And where is he being held?
I'm not going to speak to that right now. He's obviously in New Jersey.
But he's in custody.
Yes. He has been arrested and will be charged.
So the report of these individuals, and we have a live, this might be from earlier, this particular video. This is from earlier. Okay, we're going to go back to the live shot in a moment. But these two members of Congress, can you explain the description of breaking into this facility, exactly what they did?
I'm not going to speak to things that are currently obviously under investigation. I think that if you look at their Twitter, they were very public about it. Look, here's what I'll say, Martha, very generally. There is a problem in this country with breaking the law for the purpose of grandstanding and political hierarchy. That will not stand in my state. That will not stand in this country. Pam Bondi has been very clear of it. If you want to take taxpayer dollars and fly to Venezuela or wherever and meet with MS-13 gang members and use your name to encourage criminals in this country, that will not work here. It's very simple. My job as U.S. Attorney in New Jersey is to protect the New Jersey citizens, to prosecute them, and to run the feds. And that is what we're doing. And when the mayor decides to break the law, when congressmen sneak through gates, you know, there's a problem with that. The truth of the matter is this. We have zero tolerance. As one of my very favorite attorney generals said, no one is above the law. And that is the truth. No one is above the law. But I will tell you one difference between this current administration and the DOJ is we're going to prosecute criminals that are hurting our country, hurting our states. I am very much on board with that in a very much unpolitical way. I don't care who you are. If you do it, we will come after you. And it is very simple. The mayor was asked to be removed. He was asked several times. He chose not to. And now we are in the current circumstance, which is unfortunate.
Here's another video you can see where they clearly go past the gate. There's no reason for you to go past the gate. You can't just trespass for no reason. Saying that you have congressional oversight does not give you an excuse to trespass. If they say they're not going to let you in at that moment, they don't have to let you in. They can let you in when they're good and ready. It don't matter if you waited a long time or anything like that. They even tried to intimidate these women trying to do their job, trying to get these women, you know they're going to get fired if they let people in unauthorized. They're trying to intimidate these women, trying to act like they're going to like send them to prison or something. If they don't let them in, these people are sick.
If we're not going in, you're in violation of federal law. And we will pursue. And you don't need to be at the end of that continuum. So either we'll see it or you'll see who's there.
Can you give us the latest on what went down here today at this facility? It is an ICE facility, but it's also a private contractor, I believe, working for the government. Who is housed inside this facility?
Well, thanks for having me. There's been for days protests outside of this ICE facility, Delaney Detention Hall, which was opened just in May. So it's very recent. It houses MS-13 gang members. It houses rapists, child predators, multiple, an MS-13 gang member, even a suspected terrorist. So these are really the worst of the worst in this facility. And the fact that the Democrats are trying to get these individuals out of the facility, but to set the scene here, Will, what happened was there was a bus full of detainees trying to get through the gate when these Democrat politicians and protesters stormed that gate and got to the first security checkpoint. So when you're seeing any of these people being restrained, it's because they illegally broke into this facility. And we can expect, I mean, a civilian, if they try to break into a detention facility, they will be physically restrained. Members of Congress also have to follow the law. Had they asked us to take a tour of that facility, we would have happily facilitated that for them. You heard them themselves saying that the facility was in good shape, Will.
Right. They are making the argument, as we just heard during the final moments, the final minutes of Martha McCallan's program during that press conference, that they were conducting congressional oversight. Trish, I was looking into this right before we came on air. There is the power of Congress to conduct spot oversight. The limits, which are shaped by not only the Constitution, but several Supreme Court decisions informing the scope of that power of oversight for congressmen, seems to be not to interfere with executive authority. It's hard to look at any of the video that took place today and say you're not interfering. Even though you may have the power of oversight, you're not directly interfering in executive authority and the execution, in this case, of bringing a busload of detainees into a facility, not interfering with the executive authority.
That is not congressional oversight to break and enter into a facility with security precautions. They put law enforcement at risk, and they actually put the detainees at risk as well. So to say that it's congressional oversight is laughable. Again, we would have facilitated that tour and happily.
It always be your own damn people. Black on black over here intimidating other black folks, saying, hey, you gonna let me into this facility because, hey, you gonna get in some serious trouble. You sure you want to get caught up in that? Like, I'm glad these people obviously stood their ground on that, but how dare this woman intimidate these women trying to do their job? Like, they always swear they're on your side until you're against them politically, and then all of a sudden you're a coon, Uncle Tom, you're all kinds of slurs that they claim to hate as slurs, but they love to call you that when you don't let them have their way. Really unfortunate that this happened, but hey, F around and find out. Let more of them, I hope more of them do it. Lock more of them. This will get more of these dummies off the street and set more examples. More of y'all just run out there and be stupid. This will make it easier to win the next election. Go ahead and do it, because there's clearly something wrong. Like, something is going haywire upstairs in a lot of these people. I don't understand the ridiculous virtue signaling. There's so many different things. There's no outrage for people that literally get killed by these illegal immigrants. They will straight up ignore that. And when you press them under the, oh, well, that's sad, but this shouldn't be happening. It's like, wait a minute, what you mean, but? Can we talk about that for like 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes? Why is everything always got to be focused on illegals and transgenderism? All of this stuff that nobody in America really cares about. The only thing people care about is stopping it. We don't want to have more of it and have to find new ways to process it and deal with it. No, we want to stop a lot of this weirdo stuff. And I don't understand what these Democrats' strategy is. It seems like it's just anti-Trump everything, and it's making them lose their marbles. It's literally bringing them to commit crimes. That's how crazy. Imagine being so Trump deranged, you just start just committing crimes. It's like, okay, if the speed limit is too low, you can't just say, I don't care what the speed limit is, I'm gonna just drive 100 miles per hour because the speed limit is too low. No, you still gotta follow the law. And the Democrats love the law when they can commit lawfare against the president at the time, former president, now the president. They helped get him elected because they're stupid lawfare. So thanks, Democrats. But they hate it when you levy it against them when they actually break the law on camera. This is craziness, guys. These people are so radical. I don't get it. I don't hear nothing about no MAGA as a cult. Stop it. You people are crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Because as you can see, they will not let us in.
2 members of Congress stormed in right through the gate. DHS is saying this, quote, "These members of Congress storming into a detention facility goes beyond bizarre political stunt and puts the safety of our law enforcement agents and the detainees at risk."